Hi loves, I'm going to be doing a full moon reading for full moon in Cancer. And it's been a little bit since I did one of these new moon, full moon readings. I went through a little destruction phase. Now I'm ready for creation. And destruction and creation are both necessary. So when you're in that energy of feeling like things are deconstructing or the reality around you deconstructing, it's a form of positive disintegration, as my friend Eric would tell me, and allowing that to just wither and allowing the leaves to fall so you can draw the water back into the roots so that you can prompt new growth. We have to eliminate the detritus in our life to allow ourselves to completely flourish. I also did have a date with Omicron. It was really hot and heavy at first. Well, I don't think I'm going to go for a second date. Anyway, so my voice is still recovering a little bit. All right, full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. So maybe there's been some pattern, some cycle, something in your life that you feel continuously repeating. And you're going to have the emotional clarity on this and the ability to move forward. The thing about being a self-saboteur is that you hold the solution to your own problems in the palm of your hands. It's always there. It's just really about sitting with the shadows, sitting with the unconscious parts of them ourselves, and being the observer and allowing the unconscious to become conscious. And that's how we move through it. And knowing that any kind of negative thing that you're experiencing right now is bringing a lot of realization, and sometimes the most negative things that we experience bring the most insight for us. All right, what is the current energy? Ooh, okay. Damn. Kind of booked out. Four of Pentacles. All right. So this is kind of holding on. It's grasping. It's clinging. It's a little shut off. I think this is also maybe some kind of emotional unavailability. And I think we have a tendency to demonize emotional unavailability, but I've been reflecting on it myself. Sometimes we're emotionally unavailable to other people because we need to become emotionally available to ourselves and really connecting with that. And maybe this is a tendency to hold on to the old ways that you've been, the old forms that you've experienced, the old stories, because on some subconscious level, that old story is serving you. What is it giving you? What is preventing you from stepping into that fullness, that full realization of who you truly want to be? Why do you stay stuck? And really observing sometimes those tendencies of self-sabotage when you don't want to push through, when you let off the gas right away, when you reject the person that comes in to show you love, when you procrastinate because you feel overwhelmed. What is it that you're truly keeping from yourself? And I think, yes, having that emotional clarity, the shadows always hold the answers for us. What is the limiting belief to release at this time? Whew, okay. Knight of Wands. Interesting, this is coming in the limiting beliefs. And it's like a charging forward with passion, with purpose. And I was thinking about this. Sometimes we don't make a decision because we're so afraid to make the wrong decision. And can you be brave enough to just charge forward into the unknown? That's what the Knight of Wands is. It's this fiery passion, this ability to almost just surrender oneself into the adventure. Yeah, that's what it is, surrendering ourselves into the adventure. So can you surrender yourself into the adventure? Can you free yourself from your mind and trust your heart enough to know the way? Trust your passion enough to know that a way will be made out of no way? And that's really what it is. Can you surrender to the adventure? Can you surrender to just pursuing your passion, pursuing your heartfelt desire, and allowing the ego and the logical mind, that separateness consciousness, to fall away? All right, what is the outcome for this portion of the spread? Beautiful. Temperance. Look at this beautiful rainbow sweatered sunflowered sun angel. So Temperance is usually a card about patience, but in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, it was alchemy. And you can see the chalices moving back and forth, moving that energy back and forth. It's all alchemy, meaning that energy is never created or destroyed. So like I was saying earlier, sometimes you have to embrace the destruction, give it no resistance, to allow for creation to come through. And being able to transmute metal into gold. I know our negative experiences sometimes have the most growth and the most realization for us, and transmuting that poison into beautiful medicine. So the energy coming through is the ability to be in that energy of trusting of the process, trusting of the transmutation, and trusting of the transformation. And it's the transformation of human consciousness. Like Alan Watts says, the transformation of human consciousness will always be thwarted so far as it's I, the ego, doing it. You're not doing it. Your higher self is doing it. So just trust. Trust the thoughts that are coming up. Trust the thoughts that is like your resistance manifesting. It's intentionally manifesting for it to get cleared out. So being in that allowance. Patience is the softest form of love. So patience with yourselves. Patience if you're not where you want to be yet. That's okay. You're exactly where you need to be. And the snake sheds the skin at the rate that it does. You can't rip the skin off the snake. It just needs to shed how it sheds. All right, I'm going to be pulling from, I actually feel like the Hidden Truth Oracle. Maybe there's a message that you need to know from another person. There's no separateness, we're all one. Oh. You were the best thing in my life. So now you can be the best thing in your life too. So maybe you need to hear this message from somebody at this time. Maybe you need that clarity. Maybe this is a family member, a loved one, a friend that you're not physically connected to, because we're always connected. And sometimes people fall away from our lives for a time to allow us to draw our attention and our focus back onto ourselves. But this person wants you to know you were the best thing in my life. Is it backwards in that camera? I don't know. All right. And then I'm going to be pulling one from the Whispers of Love. So beautiful. Treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply. Yes, treasure the connections that you have. Treasure yourself. Your treasure. I love this. Spending time, really being present with each other. I think we get so focused on getting somewhere, achieving something, doing something, that we are not present and treasuring the people that are really in our lives. You are irreplaceable. I want you to know that. You're a treasure. A treasure is irreplaceable. It's rare. It's one of a kind. So I want you to know that at this time. I hope you enjoyed that reading. As a reminder, I'll be in Santa Clarita not next weekend, the following weekend for a yoga workshop. And then I still have a couple spots available for Magical Musings in Mexico. And I'm really excited to offer this retreat, to have time with individuals in order to shift them into the direction of the reality that they so desire through yoga, embodiment, and combination of mind and soul work. And I say mind and soul because you are not your mind. You are your soul. You're the awareness behind the mind itself. Anyway, I love you. I value. I accept you. We are limitless. As I speak it, I create it. Sealed with a kiss. So mote it be.